one thing. When Capcom Cup rolled around and people asked Daigo about Snake Eyes, like, have you practiced for him? His response was, I didn't. I'm not worried about it. Like, he just is not worried about that Zangief matchup.
And then we saw also, though, I think a measure of respect paid inviting Snake Eyes to the Topanga League as well. Like, they have that kind of respect.
Right, okay.
So they recognize his abilities as a Zangief player, the same way Smug was invited to play with them and actually went over.
So let's see
I know there's been a discussion of Snake Eyes as well.
Yeah, but, again, as I've said, one of Snake Eyes' biggest weaknesses is when he goes up against players of very strong fundamentals. And you see a lot of the SoCal team right there. You see Alex Vai sitting on the stage, ready to vote for him. And again, Daigo looking at the monitor with that smile on his face is like, wow, this is really exciting this year. This is really cool.
He's at a place where he can enjoy his own performance as maybe he's become his own fan. Yeah, this smiling Daigo is really throwing me off. I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah,
but Snake Eyes is excited too, and that's what's at the heart of this whole thing. Two truly great, truly world-class players meeting each other here as we've gone deep into the biggest competition in the world.
One of these guys has to go home, unfortunately. One of these guys is not making top 8. And as I said, Snake Eyes having a lot of trouble against the footsies.
Ooh, catches also, Daigo crouching.
When we see him panic a lot, you see a lot of SPDs. So let's carefully watch Snake Eyes' behavior. Meanwhile, Daigo, like I said, probably not too worried. You see him smiling, having a good time.
Wow, every normal landing there in that sequence from Daigo. And that great fireball being used not really as a projectile, but straight as a poke.
Yep. Oh,
wow.
Roundhouse. And he's going to do that a lot because he sees that Snake Eyes has Ultra 2. So you're not going to anti-air with an uppercut once he gets that. So instead he just goes with the stand roundhouse.
Oh, heartbreaking jab. Total control.
Man.
And he runs into the foot again. Wow. A clinic of the various options of Evil Ryu up against what Zangief can bring to the table.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Snake Eyes got in twice. Oh, just too far.
Really interesting. And again, he'll go to that option as long as the Ultra 2 is not on the table.
Yeah. Oh, and does the short jump to stay in the front instead. Catches him behind. So here's
just
the thing.
Like that.
You use the kick. Use the kick SPD to put yourself in the corner so you can cross them up again.
Yes.
And get out of the corner. But he faked it and went from the front and caught Daigo by surprise.
Genius play, and just like that, one round apiece. Very definitive looking rounds in both directions, which of course does not compute. One man must emerge the victor.
Yeah, sometimes I watch two players who are extremely good at this game fight against each other. It's a wonder to me that any of them can even get damage on the other players,
And Snake Eyes willing to just block all these fireballs. How much that damage is block damage, as he does build towards full bar, giving him those EX green hand punishes, but he's running out of life. Oh, here's the opportunity. But Ultra 2 not able to make quite the most of it.
Oh, you read the teleport, just not in the correct direction.
That's the thing. You got to guess, and then you got to guess, and again.
Ooh, and then 2 boots to the face.
Double foot. Daigo looking a little annoyed at the end of that match, looking a little bit flustered. The smile wiped from his face. So Snake Eyes obviously with some work to do. Some worrying demonstrations from Daigo.
But you know what? The same kind of thing happened with... Oh, look at that. Daigo just walking up. Says, you know what? I know you want to jump from that magic distance we talked about with that jump fierce.
Yep.
But again...
The distance where you can land outside of their uppercut range, or if you choose to hit the button, you'll pound them.
Right. Oh, and there it is. We see that kind of desperation SPD that we mentioned from Snake Eyes.
That can be,
not a good sign, but here comes Snake Eyes. Oh, air to air.
Now air to air, another complication in this story. And of course, the low forward fireball always leading into great damage for Evil Ryu.
Oh, here we go.
Another opportunity.
Goes for the fierce SPD for the damage.
Loses position, and again.
Oh, yeah. Went for it. He just went for it. Didn't think that Daigo was going to backdash. Made the wrong call.
Disrespecting Daigo is a dangerous game to play, but Snake Eyes has come this far with this attitude, playing brilliantly, and again, a very tough matchup. He overcame
Qian.
Elena, yeah. Which is even more uphill. But Daigo, obviously,
Just
considered by some perhaps the greatest player ever to play the game. Snake Eyez, I think, would love nothing more than to send him out of the tournament. I imagine he'd have some other players in the top 8 who would be very happy to see Daigo knocked out.
Oh, here we go. He's in.
Looking so clean. Such patience from Snake Eyez. Finds the short again, twice. Oh, brilliant jump.
Jump in.
Brilliant jump by Snake Eyez.
Snake Eyez staying alive. He has to win this next round to keep going in this fight. He's got that meter again. We talked about how important those 4 bars are.
Oh, crunchy EX uppercut from Daigo. Back to the stand forward.
Ooh, yeah.
Such a tough move to punish. Doesn't really lead to a lot, but great control. And it sort of lets the air out of the opponent's tires.
And there it is again. Daigo just walking forward, using the EX uppercut just in case he does the Ultra 2, so it has enough invincibility to pass right through it.
Wow, Snake Eyez almost approaching to the distance he wants to be. Daigo keeping him just a little out. The fireball is not coming, saying you found your way in with the green hand. I will give you no opportunities for free green hands. Working on a perfect, but now getting cornered.
Wow, no fear on that fireball throws.
And Snake Eyez must make this meter count. He must make this opportunity count if he wants to have a chance to survive in this series. Facing elimination at EVO 2015.
Oh, here
he
we
lands
go.
it.
Goes for the fierce SPD. He just goes for the damage.
It puts him back in range, but still a lot of work to do. And now defanged on the meter front. Good jump.
Oh, he wanted Daigo to jump.
No.
That should do it right there. Daigo Umehara is going to take it over Snake Eyez. This Ultra does so much damage. Not a chance of survival. Daigo Umehara has eliminated Snake Eyez from the tournament.